Good morning, everyone. My name is Jacob Timmons, Support Administrator for Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. We will be having another introduction webinar today to introduce the new imaginationlibrary.com website. We'll be starting in about 15 minutes. Just signing on early to give everyone a chance to get connected this morning. So thanks, and we look forward to chatting later after. We have an email that's going out now to remind everyone to tune in today that hasn't yet connected. So hopefully we'll have a little more people in the webinar today and have some Q&A at the end after we're all done here. I think it may be in Streaming Lab and the BOS as well. Well, there we go. There it is. Perfect. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for connecting with us. We'll begin here shortly. If you can hear me and see the Inspire a Love of Reading on your screen, that's a good start. Head over to the chat room and introduce yourself. Let us know where you're connecting from. It is a cold, misty morning here in East Tennessee. That's for sure. I'm just going to show where the chat is on the public screen. We have the chat here on this side over here. Cold and rainy in Knoxville too, huh? Switch back over to the camera here. So there we go. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for connecting with us. We'll begin our introduction webinar here in just a few minutes. Uh, thanks, everyone, for connecting. We do appreciate you spending your time with us this morning. Shortly, we'll have an introduction of the new Imagination Library website, how it integrates with your new BOS, and we're going to review any pending issues with the recent BOS imaginationlibrary.com upgrades. Knock on wood, things are going smoothly. There are a few issues, though, that you need to be aware of, and we just want to keep you informed. Good morning, Jessica from Murfreesboro. How's the weather in Murfreesboro this morning? Cold and rainy here in East Tennessee. And actually, fun fact, I used to live in Nashboro Village on Murfreesboro Road, many, many moons ago. So if you're just connecting with us, click on the chat room over to the right of your screen, I think. Yeah. And introduce yourselves. Let us know where you're connecting from. Jessica, chilly, but clear skies. Oh, good. Well, maybe that's what we've got to look forward to later today. Tiffany from Jonesboro, Arkansas. Good morning to you, Tiffany. Good morning, Mindy from Michigan. Good morning, Sam Roberts from Pigeon Forge. I think I know Sam Roberts. I'm pretty sure that's the Sam Roberts from the foundation. So we got a good crowd this morning. That's good. The newsletter email is going out now. It's just about finished sending, so we'll give people a few more minutes to get connected. If you've joined previous webinars that we've held, you'll notice that we are using a new webinar platform. We had a webinar earlier in the week with our old platform, and it looks like we have outgrown it. So we're trying out YouTube live streaming, and so far so good. We hope that that it works well, and that you guys can see and hear everything clearly. And if it holds out, then maybe that's what we'll just move to permanently. But anyway, so far so good. Somebody gave me a tip. Let's see if that's better. I have a stuffy nose this morning, and somebody just told me that they can hear that. So let me see. Is that better? Sorry about that. I do have a stuffy nose. It's East Tennessee. You're supposed to have a stuffy nose this time of year. All right, so we've got just about 8 more minutes before we get started with our webinar this morning. If you haven't done so already, head to the chat room and introduce yourselves. Let us know where you're connecting from. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad that's better, Sam. Thank you. Mindy and Tiffany and Jessica. So Mindy, Tiffany, Jessica, are you guys data clerks or coordinators, volunteers? What do you guys do in your organization? Just striking up a conversation here while we're waiting for everyone to get here and before we get started. Sarah Chapman is with us. She's part of the support team. And so if there's any issues that need working out, she is on standby for that. And Sam is, what's your position, Sam? Director of Operations at the Dollywood Foundation. Tiffany, Director of Community Impact. Awesome. And that was Jonesboro, Arkansas. And Mindy from Michigan. I do everything for DPIL. Well, then you're awesome. For my county. Okay, got it. That's great. Well, I am the support administrator for all of the programs in all four countries. And so my team and I are the front line for support issues and technical inquiries and this upgrade. And so, as you can imagine, it's a lot of fun. And we're real busy this week. So, Sharon Cooper, good morning from Williamston, North Carolina. Cold and raining. Yes, it is. I wonder how far Williamston is from us. Let's see. 6 hours and 44 minutes. How about that? Tiffany, United Way of Northeast Arkansas is the administrator for DPIL for the 8 counties that we serve in Northeast. That's awesome, Tiffany. That's a lot. Yeah, that's a long way, isn't it, Sharon? Wouldn't have thought it would have been that long. Dawn from Calgary, Alberta. Good morning to you, Dawn. We've got about 5 more minutes before we get started. We've got 24 people connected to our live stream this morning. Thank you all for connecting with us. Amanda, good morning from Denton. I'm youth services manager at the public library, and we administer DPIL for our county. Way to go. That's awesome. Thanks for connecting with us this morning, Amanda. At the end of today's webinar, we will have time for Q&A, and we'll do it right here in this chat room that we're all in this morning. And before I close, I will close with a list of known issues that we're working on related to the recent systems upgrade, just to keep you all informed. And we've actually listed those on your bulletin board. So when you log into the BOS, right directly beneath the chart that you see is a list of pending issues. And then below that, we're streaming today's webinar live. So if you're just connecting with us and you can see and hear me, we would love for you to head over to the chat room and introduce yourself. Let us know where you're connecting from. We'll be starting here in just about 3 or 4 minutes. Not 34, 3 or 4. Okay, got a few more people coming on. Patty, good morning from sunny, oh gosh, I'm not going to get, is that Coshocton County, Ohio? I know I just did that wrong, but Coshocton. Jennifer, good morning from Eastern Iowa. What? I got it right. What? That was pure luck. Jennifer, good morning to you from Eastern Iowa. Just a couple of minutes and we'll get going here. Have any of you been on any of the webinars that we've had earlier in the week? We've had one each day and we'll have another one tomorrow. Just curious if you've been a part of earlier webinars in the week. Probably not if you're connecting this morning, but okay, about 2 minutes and we'll get started here. Jackson County Public Library. Good morning, y'all, from southeastern Kentucky. Good morning. just about 1 minute and we'll get started here. As I mentioned earlier, we are using a new webinar platform. If you've been in previous webinars, you'll notice we are now using this new YouTube live streaming platform, and hope it goes well. But we signed on a little early just in case there were any issues or anything that we needed to figure out. We actually tried the platform yesterday and it went well. So anyway, we'll have one more webinar related to this upgrade tomorrow, same time, same place. And so there you go. 27 viewers connected. That's a good group. That's a good crowd. And it's 10 o'clock. So let's see if we can't get this thing started. Okay, here we go. Sarah, if anybody needs help in the chat room, just help them out. And I will we'll have Q&A at the end of this today. So make sure if you have any questions or think of anything to discuss during the webinar, write it down, and then at the end of the webinar, I'll let you know when to start the Q&A, and just put in your question in the chat room and we will answer as many as we can within the time. APEC, good morning from Alabama. Good morning, Shelly Jones. Good morning to you, and good morning, Keith. Kentucky Pilot Project. Awesome. We got more folks signing on now. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. This is being recorded and it will be on your bulletin board. So as soon as we're done here, I'll hit the off button and it'll be recorded and on your bulletin board, ready to rewatch if any of your colleagues were unable to attend today. Or so again, my name is Jacob Timmons. I am the support administrator for Dolly Parton's Imagination Library in the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, and Australia. Now, the purpose of today's live stream is to provide an overview of your all new BOS 3.0 and imaginationlibrary.com integration. As most of you already know, we have just completed our largest upgrade in the history of the Imagination Library program. The upgrade completes a seamless integration of the imaginationlibrary.com with your new BOS 3.0. Today, we're going to review a list of additions and changes within both areas. Now, as a reminder, we have a pre-recorded webinar specifically for the new BOS 3.0 that goes in depth, going all the way through the menu and all of the items within the new 3.0 BOS only. And that's already embedded into your bulletin board. So we're not going to go that in depth today. This is just an introduction to both the imaginationlibrary.com website, the BOS, and how the two are integrated. So let's start with the all new imaginationlibrary.com. I'll switch over to that. So here we are. First, you'll notice an all new design that works seamlessly across all platforms, from desktop computers to tablets and mobile phones. In addition to the all new design and responsive platform, the new website integrates parent areas and your BOS within its DNA. So let me just log out of here so I can make it appear just like it appears for every one of you when you're browsing through the site. So here, what you're seeing is the imaginationlibrary.com as it is seen on a large desktop computer. You have your main menu here on the top. When you mouse over this main menu, you have all of your sub-menu options available, as you see here. And then beneath this, we have what is called our hero slider, where we can visually introduce the website and call out any special areas that we want folks to really pay attention to. Underneath, we have a live count of total kids registered and a live account for total books mailed. And this total books mailed number changes every month with the monthly processes. And then, of course, we have some introduction text along with call to action. Can I register my child? Check availability, how it works. And below that, we have our video, The Journey of an Imagination Library Book. And then we've integrated our Instagram social channel so that folks can follow the Instagram conversation and see our most recent activity. At the very bottom of the page on desktop computer only, you see the footer. And the footer is basically the same as the top menu, but it gives you another menu while you're at the bottom of the page. And now, instead of scrolling back to the top of the page, you can use this little arrow, both on desktop computers, tablets, and any mobile devices, to get right back to the top of the page. And the one thing that's really different is the site is responsive. So the makeup of the site, as you see it, is going to adjust itself according to the size of your screen. So if you have a smaller screen, your menu may look different. The layout of the page may look a little different, and I'm going to show you what that looks like here. Get some of these things out of the way. Now, so here you see what we've been looking at already. But as I reduce the size of my screen, things change. Then we get to this point where your menu looks really, really different. It's gone. But it says touch for menu. So what you can do, this is, you can either touch here or click these three bars, which is referred to as the hamburger bar. You click there, and there's expanded, and looks like we may have an issue here. Hold tight there. Looks like we might have an issue. Okay. I am aware that the screen is black. I apologize. We are trying to figure out what's going on. Well, there you go. I apologize, everyone. Just went black. Goodness. Oh, that was scary. Okay, if you can see me now, please let me know in the chat. Okay, everybody says it's all good now. Sorry about that. Well, there you go. There's our first bump in the road. Let me get back and start sharing the screen here. Okay, rock and roll. Okay, so where were we? We were back on mobile. So when you're on a smaller screen, or if you're like me, you wear glasses, you might have your screen resolution magnified. You're going to see the mobile or condensed menu. but those options are always the actual options of the menu are always going to be there. So under the About Us section, you click and you have all of the submenu options as before on the main menu. Same as getting started, choose your country, and then choose whether you want program information or if you need parent resources, and it takes you right where you need to go. And the back button always takes you home. Same with news and resources. So again, that's just something that you have to get used to if you have a smaller screen, um, especially for those that are browsing on mobile phones. It's helpful though, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to really navigate and surf with all the menu options that we have. And all the contents there is just, as you see, it's all condensed and made to be stacked up nice and neat for small device viewing. So we're going to head back over to our full screen here. And give me just 1 second so I'll catch up with where I'm at. So let's go through the menu. Our menu is made up of 3 main areas. 1 to introduce ourselves, of course, and then 1 to introduce the program within each country, and 1 new area dedicated to news and resources. Now, the news and resources area is filled with new community resources and parent resources, and our all new research area where you can actually scroll through, view, download, and print all available reports and surveys and other documentation currently on file. And we've also moved the official Imagination Library blog in-house. We're super excited about this area because the news and resources area will always have so much information in it. Tons of new stuff is being added daily, sometimes weekly. It's definitely an area that you want to maybe bookmark and pay attention to. Just like this morning, we noticed Sam had made note that we needed to add the October books list in there. The October books list is published this morning. Now we're working on the November books list. That's all part of the blog. And then in the research area, just before we move on, Jeff Conyers and his team have worked tirelessly to compile a ton of data. Different independent research that's going on, research that's done by the Imagination Library or the Foundation, and he has put it all together in this spreadsheet, and we've embedded the spreadsheet in the page, and we have linked each of the research documents to the actual document. So for example, if you wanted to print, view, or download this particular document, you click the link, it's going to open up for you. There's the document. You can view it, you can print it, you can download it. And all of these are listed in alphabetical order. And there are lots of them. Now, this entire database that you see here is also available down here in our research documents folder. So if you wanted to have that document for yourself, you just click it and open it, and there you can download it, print it, whatever you want to do with it. And all of the linked research documents that's within that database, they're also listed here in these folders. So you can go through, search through, browse through all of the compiled research documents within the database now. And this area is just the beginning. We have lots and lots more to add. Jeff has been working on this for a long time, and he's got lots of stuff to add. So, and I know this is very important information for when you're grant writing or trying to begin a program or expand your program. That's just some really valuable information to show just how effective the program really is for kids. So we'll head back up. And as I mentioned, we have the blog integrated. So all of the stuff that we used to post on Blogger and Google is now on the imaginationlibrary.com. And it looks great. We have so much more control over how things look in the new site. So next, in our country-specific areas, you'll see some familiar titles. And when you drill down a bit further, you'll see we've upgraded all the areas. So take, for example, the online registration process. So we'll go US and can I register my child? And you see a new online registration process. Once you begin the process, you'll be presented with the registration channels available for your area if the program is available. And we'll just go through that so you can see what that actually looks like. Go through and choose our steps, hit check. So you see this particular affiliate has 3 registration channels available. You can register online, on location, register by email or by mail if you wanted to mail it in. It gives you that information and it gives you the PDF to print. So let's go through online registration. So here we agree to our terms and service. And what we're doing now is we're automatically filling in all the information that the user has already entered so that they don't have to re-enter that information, because we all know it's a proven fact that the more steps that you cut out, the more the higher your conversion rate is going to be. So we're going to have a higher conversion rate, which means we'll have more registrations come through successfully. You can always close this to go back to choose another, or you can always start over. So that's just one enhanced area. We'll go to another, which is the Find My Program area. So here we have 3 ways to find your program. You can click on this interactive map, and it's going to show you the program, the availability of the program with any given area. So let's click on Tennessee. And then here we have all of the different counties that it's available in. And just for clicking on the state of Tennessee, you see all of the Tennessee affiliates listed. If you want to, you can actually go through and click on individual counties and see the results in those particular counties, which is one for this particular area, which is Houston. You can click on that. We'll reset that though, because I want to show the other 2 ways to find your affiliate. So the second way is to use this affiliate drop-down list, which has all of the affiliates listed in alphabetical order. A lot of people use that list. And then the last way is to enter your postcode. Search this way. And then your results, you see here, we have a summary of the affiliate that's available in that area. And then you can click to learn more. When we click to learn more, we get the enhanced profile for that affiliate, and all of their available registration channels are going to be here. So online registration is there, and then register by mail, on location. You can search again and start a program. A note about this page is that we are adding the list of coverage areas to this page for each affiliate, and we're also adding underneath this line, total children covered by this affiliate, we're going to add another line that shows how many children are covered in that particular state that the affiliate is in. So lots more happening. Although the upgrade has happened, we have lots more happening throughout the rest of the year and on into next year. So our next area that we have upgraded is, let's see, the cost estimator. So if you want to know what the program's going to cost, you just use the cost estimator, input the number of children that you want to cover, and it's going to give you the cost over 5 years. And as I mentioned before, you know, with the responsive web design, this information that you're seeing on screen here, this wouldn't fit on a small smartphone. You wouldn't be able to read that information. So I'll just give you an idea to show you how this content restructures itself so that it can be viewed on smaller screens. So you see here we have the same pertinent information, but some of the information has been omitted, which is the percentages, the registration population percentage. But you still have the information available that's necessary to see the cost, and the print and download options still include all of the information, even though it's not being shown on a smaller screen. Go back to top here and head back over to the main area there. So after the cost estimated, we're going to move on. Well, I do just a note here. I want to invite each of you to browse through the site for yourself and get familiar with it. The content, keeping in mind, of course, that lots of new content is going to be added to the news and resources area. And like, for example, the next thing coming up, as I mentioned, is the November's book blog. And then added features will be continued to be put in place, such as the information I talked about for the enhanced profile. But still moving on the menu here, still moving in reverse. We'll go to the About Us section. And this is where we introduce the world to the program. We actually do that with a new video letter from Dolly. Also, with a full page dedicated to the program, we have the Dolly Parton's Imagination Library page. And this page consists of a summary of its history, links to important content throughout the site for each country. And then if you want to see more in depth, we have a full page of awards and milestones. And you can view more program milestones, full program history here. And then you can click on any of the countries to dig in more in depth for each program specifically for that country. Now, we also have the Meet Our Team option, where you can meet the team of the Imagination Library, which is a leadership team, our operations, and regional directors. In addition, we finally get to introduce the Dollywood Foundation. And here you have it. First time we've got to see everybody's mug there. So yes, we introduced Dollywood Foundation, and then let's see what else was that. Oh yeah, and the board of directors. We have a space for the board of directors now. So all of this new information, updated and new and updated information, including a contact area. Okay, so there you have it. Now let's go and have a look at what it looks like for a parent area, just to show you the integration for parents. So let me just head back up here and go incognito. And I'm going to go to login and see if I can't get. Now, this is a test, so it's going to look weird because we don't want to do an actual test on screen of a real child for privacy issues. So this is the parent account. Now, as you've seen, as soon as I've logged in, I'm flagged because the email address is not good. And we know it's a bad email address because we're just testing. But if a parent's email address had been marked as bad when they log in, the first thing they're going to see is that they need to fix their email. For now, we're going to cancel that out. And this is what a parent sees as far as a parent with no problems with their email address. Their children are listed here. They can click to open up the child's information. They're going to see the child's name, their registration status, the date of registration, their birth date, what group they're in, the most recent book mailed to them, their mailing address, and then they're given a set of tools like to update their child's address. And they can contact the affiliate. They can edit their profile, and they can add another child if they so please. So that's the parent area. Now let's log out of that and go back to, let's go to a user area for the BOS user. So just 1 second here. I'm going to switch to Sandbox. We're going to log in as a BOS main coordinator, and we'll just give you a glimpse of what that looks like. Main coordinator 01. Let's see if this works here. I've got a few accounts I'm testing. Done. Okay, good. So here we're logging in as a main coordinator. The first thing we see on screen is we have 3 different affiliate accounts that we can log into. For today, we'll just log in to this first one here. But that's really good for those of you who are that manage an affiliate group. You can now easily log into and manage your any specific affiliate account. And then if you need to switch, you can always go from your main menu here, profile menu, switch affiliate, and then change by clicking and switching affiliates. Now, let me show you what that looks like on mobile. So that's very important. If you're going to see the mobile screen more often than you see the desktop screen, you need to get familiar with it. So you click your hamburger bar, you click your area here, switch affiliate, and then choose the affiliate you want to manage. And then there you go. So that's how you switch affiliate on mobile, as well as switch affiliate on regular desktop version. Now, that's going to close our quick introduction of the website and its integration for your BOS. But now we'll take Q&A. And so if you have a question, go ahead and enter it in the chat room, and we will see if we can't answer those questions for you. And I'm going to try to switch back over here and then see if I can't find our chat room. Here we go. So I know there's a bit of a delay. So if any of you have any questions, then feel free to type them in the chat room now. While we do that, I will go ahead and list off a few of the pending, or actually all of the pending issues. So 1 second here, let me log back in, and I'll give you guys an update on the issues pending from the upgrades. Okay, so the first pending thing that's we have as our highest priority at the moment is parent accounts. So when the upgrade happened, there were some parent accounts that needed a little extra attention. Anyway, we had to build a process. We put the process in place, and now we're working. The process is working through all of the parent accounts to check to make sure they're good and the parent can log in. And once that process is done, all the parent areas will be all the parent accounts will be fixed. It's over 2 million accounts. We're about halfway done with those. So by tomorrow, maybe tonight, all the parent accounts will be fixed. Please do not forward or send parents to us because we are a small group. And with 2 million accounts, it would be impossible for us to respond to each individual parent issue. But as of tomorrow, for sure, the parent accounts issue will be resolved. We'll put it on your bulletin board. We'll put it in the tickers, the little strip across the top of your BOS, and we'll add it to, like I said, your bulletin board. So all of those things will be resolved. And then if any parent has any trouble getting into their account, then all you would have to do is go to that child's record and click the little reset button to send the parent a new password. Problem will be solved. I know it's a headache. We apologize. We're doing everything we can do. But things happen, and we have a solution in place, and so things will be fine. Number 2, the NCOA. If your country has the NCOA, you may have seen that the validate address button was doing weird things. This has been resolved and in the USA, and is being resolved in all countries, will be resolved in all countries. Actually, it should be resolved now during the time of this webinar. So if you still see issues, then you need to clear your cache and restart your browser. Here is how you clear your cache. I'm going to share a link in the chat room. Go clear your cache that way. So make sure you clear your cache, restart your browser, and the NCOA issue is now resolved. Registration embed code number 3. So for those of you who have the official online registration embed code added to your website, there was a known issue. That issue has been resolved. And now from your main coordinator menu, the daily operations menu specifically, there is a new website XML code that you can grab to replace the code that you have on your specific website. That'll fix the problem. So the new embed code, the old embed code that you had for all these years, it just needs to be replaced with the new code, and that code is readily available in your BOS. It's called Website XML. Number 4, most affiliate users with login issues have been resolved. If you or any of your users have issues, please have them, any of your BOS users, please have them use the forgot password on the login screen. If they still need help, please have them send a ticket to help@imaginationlibrary.com and have them include their email address and username. If they have already sent a ticket in, do not send another ticket in. We're still working through tickets. We are just about caught up, but we're still working through some tickets. And finally, affiliate profile. For some administrative users, there's been an issue reported with the affiliate profile updates, and this should be resolved by no later than tomorrow afternoon, but hopefully sooner. So that's everything. Okay, so let's go. Heather Mitchell, I'm having trouble logging as an affiliate. Any ideas? So Heather, first try doing the password reset. If you still have issues, then send an email to help@imaginationlibrary.com with your username and email address, and let us, and then we'll look into that for you, okay? Patty, I'm having problems with verifying an address after choosing. Yes, Patty, you need to clear your cache. That will resolve your issue. You need to clear your cache, and then once you clear your cache, close out all of your windows. It might even be good to restart your computer and then reopen your window, and that should resolve the problem. There was a problem yesterday, and we resolved that problem, but the cache is kind of like old files that are stuck in your browser. Kind of need to just flush those out and clean everything out so you can start fresh. APEC, I have a parent who signed up without an email address and then wants to check up on their child's status themselves. How do I direct them? Okay, if a parent doesn't have an email address, then they have no parent account. That's just how it works. If they want an update, then they would need to contact you directly, and you would need to update them on their child's status. But a parent, if they want a parent account, has to have an email address. That's mandatory. And it has to be their email address. They have to be able to access that email address. There's a little bit of a delay here, so I'm going to give time for some more Q&A. If we don't have any more, then we can call it a day here this morning. I know I kind of went through that quickly, but I'm trying to respect everyone's time and don't want to waste anybody's time. I know we're doing this every day this week just to get the word out. APEC, if they give me one, can I? Yes, good question. So if a parent does not have an account and they already have a child register, all you do is go to that child's account, add the parent's email address, and save that change. When you save that change, the BOS will recognize that email address and will send that parent a brand new login immediately. Well, it usually takes a few seconds, but just in case the system's really, really busy, we say give it 30 minutes. It never takes that long though. Anyone else? My pleasure. Okay, everyone. Well, it looks like we're out of questions, and I've covered everything that we need to cover. I'll close with saying tomorrow we will have our final webinar of the week. Same time, same place. And if you know some folks that weren't able to attend today, please do tell them to tune in tomorrow. We want to make sure that we go through this with everyone as best as possible. Thank you again. Thank you all again for connecting with us today. This was great. I apologize for that little glitch in the middle, but it looks like we worked through it pretty smoothly. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.